how long we going to remain hostage for the international community. You see, direct conflict we have is of course with the Israeli, that's true. But what's more important is who is standing behind this force. Because nobody can ever believe that 5.6 million Israelis in Palestine are able to control 400 million Arabs, or 14 million Jews in the world are able to control the Western media, the Western financial institute, the Western policy. I mean, the mind cannot accept it. The human mind cannot accept it. It did not existed before. It doesn't exist today, and it will never exist. This is not true. What true is, Israel is the front gate of the Western policy and the Western interest. It's just a curtain which has so many things, so many dark stuff behind it. Today, after the 7th of October, this curtain is down. The mask is being removed, and everything became clear. To you, to us, to everybody. That's why we see the changes taking place since the 7th of October till today. Of course, all the changes taking place is in favor of the Palestinian people, but at which price? The price, you all know, is very heavy. The price is our blood, our children, our women, our man, our land, being starved, living without electricity, without food, without medicine, without security, without homes, in a very miserable way. In any way that I try to describe the situation in Palestine, I'm sure I will fail to present to you the truth, because you have to see it in your own eyes so you can believe it. You can imagine how it is. So this price was very heavy. Finally, when you look for freedom, then you need to pay a price. When you seek justice, then you need to pay a price. We did our part. We paid the price. Now, what are the world are willing to do? And before I start with the world what's going to do, what are the Arab world going to do? And then behind them, what are the Muslim world are willing to do? Because those are the people we should count on. And then those are the people who are able to change the position to the Western world, to impose their policy on the Western world, not the other way around. But what's happening today is the West are imposing their policy on us. Until when that's going to last? I think the 7th of October has changed that. I haven't seen a country like Bangladesh, Muslim country, who really seeks real unity among Muslim world. I have been in this country for 9 years. Every time I meet a Bangladeshi citizen, official or non-official, and he doesn't ask this question, why the Muslims are not united? That's a very good question. But there's so many reasons behind that. As long, I think the people, all the people on all the 57 countries of the OIC, they really seek unity, they want unity, their target, their aim, their desire are unity, because they know that in unity, only you get strength through unity. And weakness, if we don't have that unity. That's what the people want. But does the leadership reflect what the people want? Unfortunately, I don't see that. If you see it, please, I want to later know. Why? This is a long story that will need days to discuss. But I'm going to come back to Palestinian issue. The Palestinian people doesn't like bloodshed, doesn't like killing, doesn't like destruction. We were always a peaceful country. From 6,000 years, Palestine is there 4,000 BC or 5,000 BC. Jerusalem was built 5,000 BC before Judaism, before Ibrahim a.s. came to Palestine. So nobody has the right to claim that this country belongs to us, except those people who used to be called Canaanites, and then later on Palestinians. Other claims are not true at all, regardless of what the Old Testimony mentioned or did not mention. What's important is we believe that God is just. God cannot accept that a nation comes and take over from another nation and push them out forcibly. It doesn't work at all. We as the Muslim people, we don't believe that God can be unjust. God is a just. So the claim of the Jewish or the Israeli that Palestine, we lived there 2,000 years ago and then we have the right. Yes, they lived with us for 2,000 years ago. That's true. But they lived with us, not we lived with them. We were there before them, not they came and lived with us. That happens always. People can come and live with you from other nations, from other religions, fine, there's no problem. But it doesn't mean they have the right in the future to claim that this is our land, this is our home, because we were here 2,000 years. We were there 6,000 years ago. We built the country. Anyway, what my meaning is that, let's see how the power are able to change history and always able to reflect realities on the ground because they are powerful and they can impose their policy on the weak, and that's what exactly happened to the Palestinians. Unfortunately, we live in a world we're always like that. Power are always respected. You're always respected when you're powerful, and when you're weak, the people will feel always pity about you. Simple. But that doesn't help them. That's why Israel was crazy after the 7th of October. Completely crazy. Because new facts and new realities rose up. One of those facts that since the establishment of this state, Israel always wanted the Arab world and the rest of the world to believe that this country existed to stay forever because no one can defeat our army and no one can defeat our system. The 7th of October changed these realities. The other thing, due to the security issue of Israel, I believe most of the world, many countries of the world, they learn from the Israeli how to maintain a good security. They buy even equipment from the Israeli for the security purposes and so on. After the 7th of October, the idea has changed. No, if you cannot protect your own, how can you protect us? If your equipment could not protect you, how can they protect us? In the field, the daily fighting taking place between the Palestinian resistance and the Israeli, the most important tank in the world, like Kaaba. many countries by Merkaba because Merkaba is a very powerful tank. And then they discovered that the anti-missiles fired